Within the next couple of weeks, Sorare should be releasing the new season's MLS cards, and for this video, I'm going to be presenting to you 10 under 23 MLS guys who aren't currently on Sorare. They don't have a card as we speak, but when the new season cards do come out, we're hoping they will be on there, and all of us Sorare enthusiasts will have a chance to buy them from the market. Please leave a like if you do enjoy the video, subscribe if you're new, and let's just get straight into things. The first three players from the list are all actually from New York City. Three attacking players in the form of Santiago Rodriguez, Thiago Andrade, and Telas Magno, who all went crazy this weekend for New York City. As we can see here on the screen, 77 from Andrade, 92.6 from Rodriguez with 2 assists, and Magno with 1 assist, 75 as his score. And Castellanos had 4 goals. He obviously is under 23 as well, but of course he has a card, so he doesn't really count in this video. These 3 guys I'm super excited for to be released on Sorare. Yeah, they've been putting up some really good scores over the last few weeks. Just looking at some of their Sorare scores here. Rodriguez first. He's hit 93, 79 with 1 decisive, 2 decisives here, 9.7 AA score, 83, 1 decisive and 22.8 AA score. So for me, if I had to guess, Santiago Rodriguez would probably be the most expensive. He seems to hit higher peak scores. He has a better AA score. He's involved in the play a little bit more than the other 2. Not to discredit the other 2, I just think Rodriguez will be the most expensive. Just looking at Rodrigo's stats from this last game week, where he did get 2 assists and 8.4 rating on SofaScore. He was on set pieces, which is huge. Maxi Marias, who is a number 10 for New York City, who does normally play, isn't playing right now. So Rodriguez seems to have stepped up to the plate in terms of taking the set pieces and filling that, number 10 role void. But yeah, he looks unbelievable. 3 key passes, 1 shot on target, 2 assists, a tackle, a few ground duels won. Just a very, very solid number 10 type of game, taking set pieces, involved in play, getting those decisive actions as well. So yeah, huge game from him. The other guy was obviously Magno, who had equally a very good game on the left. 1 assist, 2 key passes. Of course, they steamrolled Salt Lake City 6-0. There's obviously going to be decisives going around. I'm not just going off like one game. These guys have started well in terms of the season. This is not like a one-off game. Andrade, 2 goals, no key passes. He did miss a big chance as well, so it could have been 3. But nonetheless, an 8-point rating on SofaScore. But yeah, these guys just look really exciting. If you are looking to make some sort of MLS under 23 stack, I would have these guys on your list. Some really high scores here from Magno as well. 88, 81s, 75s. Of course, all decisive driven. These aren't guys who are going to be racking up crazy AA scores. They are decisive guys. They're playing in the positions on the field where they're going to be getting goals and assists, and their scores are going to reflect that, right? So yeah, these guys I'm really, really looking forward to seeing on Sorare in the next few weeks. And I'm equally excited to see what sort of prices these players are going to be selling for once they first come onto the platform. Next on our list is Ben Bender of Charlotte FC, attacking midfielder. He's got an L5 of 67. Of course, he's not on the platform right now, so no picture. We can, I guess, see his picture on SofaScore. Yeah, in terms of his Sorare scores, they've been immense, to be fair. He was a number 1 draft pick from this season. Obviously went to Charlotte FC and has started the season unbelievably well. Like, it shocked me massively. Here, as you can see, decisive score, 23.8 all-round score as well, combining to make an 84. Then the next game week, an 82, 2 decisives, 11.5 AA score. And then after that, a 73, again, AA score not as good, but another decisive. And then, of course, a couple of average scores. You can't expect these guys to keep up, Messi and Ronaldo numbers as a 21-year-old. But I'm really excited to see, again, what price Ben's going to come in at. He takes set pieces as well, which is a criteria that I like. When I'm scouting for under 23 talents, total games played 8, started 6, 1 goal, 3 assists. 2 big chances created. He averages 1.6 key passes a game, and he's also averaging 1.3 shots a game as well. So yeah, you can expect a high volume of goals and assists, I imagine, from Ben over this season if he does, keep that starting spot, which it looks like he should do with the start he's had. As you can see here, goal, assist, and then assist against Atlanta United. So yeah, I'm really excited to see how his season sort of plans out, and again, what sort of price he's going to come in at when his card does get released. The next guy on our list is Alan Velasco of FC Dallas. They bought him for a record fee of like 7 million in the summer from Argentina, and he's been a revelation, as you can see on his Sorare stats here. L5 of 62, L15 of 57, and an L40 of 51. I watch FC Dallas quite a lot. I do have a load of their cards in my gallery, including guys like Jesus Ferreira, Paxton Pomykal. So yeah, I'm always watching Alan Velasco, and of course he doesn't have a Sorare card, which is very frustrating because I'm sure when he does come on the platform, he's going to be very expensive. Just looking here, this was a game when he's playing back in Argentina. He hit a 95. But since joining Dallas, I'm just looking here, he's hit a 63, 69, 62, 53, and a 38. So we haven't really seen any like really peak scores yet from him, but I do think that is just a matter of time. Dallas aren't the best team in the world, or even the best team in the MLS by any stretch of the imagination. But if you watch this guy play, he is electric. Like, he's so exciting to watch. Left winger, he can beat his man. He does take the odd set piece as well. I've seen him on free kicks. His first goal of the MLS was against Dallas. He came off the bench. He basically ran the whole pitch to score against Nashville, and ever since then he's got 2 assists as well to add to his good start of the season. Just looking here, 5 games total played, 4 started, 1 goal, 2 assists, 1 big chance created, averaging 1 key pass a game, and he's averaging 1.4 shots a game as well. He carries the ball really well. Like I said, FC Dallas aren't the best team. They have a good front 3. They defend well, they're resolute, but in terms of dominating games, I don't think we're going to see FC Dallas I don't think we're going to see Dallas passing teams off the field. But I can guarantee you Alan Velasco will be involved in a load of goals and assists this season for Dallas. Him, Jesus Ferreira, even Paul Arriola, who's obviously not under 23s, but that little front 3 will score well this season, I'm sure of it. And yeah, and Alan Velasco is super exciting to watch. I'm also super excited to see his card be released on Sorare. Next on our list is Obed Vargas of Seattle Sounders. This kid's only 16 years old, which is crazy. To be involved in a first team setup and to be starting games for a team like Seattle, they must really, really rate this kid. I've seen bits of him. He looks exciting for a 16-year-old. For any 16-year-old playing in a first team setup, you know, they have to come with some sort of quality, some sort of physical attribute to where they can compete with men, right? He hasn't put up any crazy scores. He's got a 60 here with a 24 AA score, which is actually really good. Obviously, no decisive against Inter Miami, and a 50 here against Lyon in the CONCACAF. He's being utilized in the CONCACAF a lot more than the MLS, even though, as you can see here, he did play against Inter Miami last game, but they did rest heavily and they did rotate as well. So yeah, he's sort of like second string. He's not guaranteed minutes in the sense that like he's not, you know, in that 11 100%, but just to be in and around the first team at that age is really special. And I'm sure this kid's gonna have a really big future ahead of him. He's not someone that like you should buy on Sorare and expect him to hit like 60s, 70s, 80s every week, because obviously it's just not going to happen. There is going to be room for him to get minutes, but I don't think those are going to come from starting positions like every week. But he sure does look exciting, and you should definitely keep an eye out for his auction when his card is released on Sorare. The next player on our list is Brian Rodriguez of LAFC. He's 21 years old, Uruguayan. He is actually currently injured, to be fair. This nice little feature here on Sorare data just does tell us that. It also tells us what injury it is. He's done his hamstring. So yeah, could turn out to be a nice little injury buy. But in terms of his scores, this guy is probably going to be in the upper echelon of under 23 midfielders this summer. 83 here against Colorado Rapids, 2 decisives, AA score of 13.2. 1 decisive against Portland Timbers, AA score of 18. Another decisive here against Orlando City with an AA score of minus 4.3. So as we can see, he can hit peak scores. They don't happen every week, of course, but they do happen. Just looking at his SOFA score heat map, he does take set pieces as well. From the right side, it looks like he's played 6 games this season, started all 6, 1 goal, 1 assist. 1 big chance created, 0.7 key passes per game, and 2.3 shots per game as well on average, which is very big if we want to be hitting those decisives. I expect Brian Rodriguez's price to be pretty high, if I'm honest. Only 21 years old, so he's definitely got a load more of under 23 utility left. He's playing in a decent team. Carlos Vela, there's a load of good attacking players at LAFC, and I'm sure when he comes back from injury, he will pick up the form that we've seen in the early stages of this season. And like I said, really excited to see what his card looks like on Sorare when the new cards are released. Next on our list is Caleb Wiley of Atlanta FC. Kid's only 17 years old, so don't expect him to start every game. Atlanta are experiencing a load of injuries right now, so I think Caleb Wiley will get a lot more minutes than he usually would if the whole team was fit. But it seems like he's taking his chances. I actually watched Atlanta in real life against Kansas City earlier on in the season. Wiley came off the bench and actually scored a goal, to be fair to him. Just looking at his Sorare scores here. So this is the game that I went to watch, Sporting Kansas City 3-1. He literally came on for, like it says here, 15 minutes, got a 63. A little substitute appearance here against Colorado where they lost 3-0. So you're not expecting much there. He got a 30 here off the bench against Charlotte. And then this weekend, he started against Cincinnati. It was a 0-0. And he got a 76. And I'm just looking now, I just realized that his card's actually a defender card. Well, opt to have him down as a defender. Whether his Sorare card comes out as a defender, I don't know. He has been playing like mainly left wing. So yeah, I don't know whether that defender card will get changed, if that makes sense, or whether his new card will be a defender. But I think that is the reason why he scored so well this weekend, because obviously they got a clean sheet, which is 10 points for a defender. And of course, he obviously did play really well. I'm not taking anything away from it. 7.8 rated on SofaScore, 4 key passes, 3 out of 3 crosses, 1 big chance created, 1 shot off target, 3 out of 3 dribble attempts, 2 interceptions, 1 tackle, and 2 clearances. So, yeah, he had a really good game. Don't get me wrong. He had an amazing game for 74 minutes from a 17-year-old in the MLS. But I guess the fact that, he has got a defender card, I would be wary. If he is playing like left wing, of course, he's going to be subject to losing the ball quite a lot, if he's given the ball a lot as well, So be careful of those -1s, possession lost if you're a defender. And it looks like his card will be. But nonetheless, a really, really exciting kid. Really fast, really energetic, nice left foot. And yeah, hopefully he can get a few more starts for Atlanta and build off this game that he played against Cincinnati on the weekend. Because like I said, a load of injuries for Atlanta. Yeah, hopefully he can capitalize, keep that left wing position his. Yeah, and I'm really excited to see what his card's going to look like in the next few weeks. Next on our list is Facundo Torres from Orlando FC, 22 years old, Uruguayan, attacking midfielder, and he's put up some really nice scores recently. 84 in game week 262 this weekend, 1 decisive against Columbus Crew, 24.4 AA score, a little 51 here against Chicago, 44, and then a nice 67 versus the Galaxy and 75 versus Cincy. But yeah, really exciting player. Take set pieces, again, I always mention it, it's a really big thing for me. I expect this guy's price to be pretty high, to be fair, when he does come on. Sorare, like I said, 22 years old, Uruguayan midfielder, left-footed. He's played 7 times this season, 1 goal, 2 assists. He's averaging 1.6 shots a game, 2 big chances created, and 1.7 key passes a game as well, which is big. Super excited to see his new card come out over the next few weeks. Orlando seem to be in good shape this season. They got a good centre forward in Cara and a good midfielder in Torres, feeding him and getting those decisive assists. So yeah, really excited to see how Orlando's season does plan out. I'm actually going to an Orlando game in real life. They're playing Charlotte FC in 2 weeks' time, I think, on like the 30th or maybe the 29th of April. I will be going with a load of Sorare guys. So yeah, I'll probably end up vlogging that. So look out for that video. Really excited to go and see Facundo Torres playing in real life. And yeah, I'll let you know how good he is in the flesh. Last but not least on our list is Vinicius Melo of Charlotte FC. He's only 19 years old, Brazilian lad. They bought him from Internacional. He is currently injured, so he hasn't made his debut for Charlotte. Just looking at his Sorare scores here, nothing much to shout about. He's made a few substitute appearances in the Brazilian Serie A league, but like I said, hasn't made his MLS debut yet. But yeah, in terms of stats, like there's not much to go off. He is actually down as a young DP for Charlotte, which means like they're paying him a good chunk of money, to come to the MLS. So they must see something in him to put that trust in him and give him that backing. A few of the Sorare guys who are heavily involved in the MLS told me to have a look at this kid. So that's why I've added him to the list. As a bit of a long shot, I imagine his price won't be crazy just because he doesn't have an L5, an L15 or whatever. He hasn't really played any games. So hopefully his price won't be that high. But I guess because he's in this video, you guys are obviously going to know about him. So yeah, keep an eye out for him when he does get released. But like I said, I can't imagine his price being that crazy. Hope you have enjoyed this video, guys. If you did, please leave it a like. And if you are new around here, please do subscribe. If you are interested in signing up to Sorare, there's a link in the description of this video that will get you 1 free limited card once you've purchased 5 from the new card auctions on Sorare. Hope you have a really successful game week. Enjoy it, and I shall see you guys in the next video.